the area's only locally owned steakhouse and premier dining experience is now open on Sundays. Rivertown Grill, Williamstown.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
I'm Big Rick from the Adelphia Summer Concert Series, and I have had enough of this heat and these bugs.
And I'm definitely not ready for this. But I could use one more of these.
Lucero and the Clarks round out the Adelphia Summer Concert Series Saturday, October 1st. Use code SAVE25 at checkout to save 25% off any ticket. October 1st is your last chance to enjoy the Adelphia Summer Concert Series, so come on out before it's gone.
I'm walking for my brother.
I'm walking for my mom.
I'm walking for myself.
If suicide has touched your life in any way, please join us for an Out of the Darkness community walk.
These walks are so important to me because it provides a lot of community and hope.
The community is so important because I don't think that I can do it by myself. It's so much bigger than me.
I think everyone should come to an Out of the Darkness walk.
Walk with us.
Join us.
There is hope.
Register today at afsp.org/walk.
Get the power to know more about your money so you can do more with it. Here's your dashboard. Look at all your accounts, track your spending, and customize savings and debt payoff goals. Search transactions based on words or tags like dining out. Check your cash flow daily. Green means money coming in, red means money going out. And you can also set up alerts. Explore My Finance today and get the power to know more about your money. Community Bank. Get the power to know more about your money so you can do more with it. Here's your dashboard. Look at
The sun is setting, the stands are full, and the air is perfect for football. Good evening, everybody. Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron, and the CAS 45 crew here. We are live at Erickson All Sports Facility for the Crosstown Showdown 2022 edition. The Parkersburg Big Reds at 2-0 and the Parkersburg South Patriots at 3-0. Mike, we've got a fantastic atmosphere here. We've got traffic backed up out onto Camden Avenue and Rayon Drive. There's still people pouring in here as we're closing in on 10 minutes until kickoff. This is what it's supposed to be like.
So I guess there's something kind of big going on, huh? I was not aware of the gravity of the situation up to this point. No, you're right, man. This is a tough ticket, and people are still trying to get in, but you're right. The atmosphere is perfect. There's now, officially, as the sun's starting to set, there's a little bit of a bite to the air, if you will. And right now, the atmosphere is perfect. And the moment could not be too large right now with these two teams coming in. We said it with the mics off. What would happen if both of these teams were 0-3? Well, guess what? They're not. These are two really good football teams, and we're going to find out who's the best one here in about an hour or so.
So it has been Crosstown Showdown week all week here on CAS 45. Monday, the two teams met up on the golf course. South winning that one. The volleyball match on Tuesday, PHS swept 3-0. Boys soccer, South won that game 1-0. Girls soccer, South won that game 1-0. The cross-country meet that happened right before everything started to come together for the football game, PHS won that one. So we're sitting right now South 3, PHS 2, with one last game to go here. So it ought to be fun. And saying these two teams are good, I think right now is good but untested. You may want to put an asterisk on it. South has rolled 3 games. PHS has played well against 2 lower tier opponents. The points matter. South's ranked number 2 right now in AAA. PHS at number 4. But we could see this is where you're going to see if your record matches how well you play.
Questions will be answered today.
There you go.
Because you're right. I mean, we came in and we did this game against Capital in that first game, and we thought, well, it's Capital. That should be a pretty good matchup for South. It wasn't, and they rolled right through that. And we said the question afterwards, is it because South is really good, or is it because Capital is not? Well, I think we've kind of there's still things that need to be charted out. PHS has executed their plans, and they've got a pretty prolific offense. So the opponents that they've gone up against right now, they've been the better of. But yeah, now you get 2 teams on a crash course, and sometimes I wish I wish they still kind of did this game in the last one of the season, but they don't. It's game 4, and again, we'll know more after this is all said and done. But I'm just really looking forward to see what these 2 teams can bring to the table tonight.
The Big Reds lead the all-time series 38-16. Last year was a 28-19 win for the Big Reds. Of course, in 2020, the COVID year, they did not play. And then going back to 2019, the last South win, a 49-14 win for the Patriots. South this season is the top scoring team in the state at nearly 62 points a game. PHS no slouch themselves at 43.5. South has run picks back, run punts back, run fumbles back, scored big pass games, scored big runs. It's a home run hitting team. And coming up in a little bit, we'll talk to Coach Matt Kimes, but he was like, if you can handle those big plays, then you got to hang around in these games.
I see Parkersburg South as a really complete team. As you said, they've got all 3 phases of the game. They've, at least up to this point, they showed off pretty nicely. Parkersburg High School seems more like they're a bit more of a finesse team, kind of like those old flashy San Diego Charger teams with Dan Fouts. They've got a good passing attack. They've got really good receivers. And you never know. I mean, you might not be able to contain them, and they might be able to bust off a 60-yard pass, and that's what will give them the advantage maybe later on. I think both of these teams have decent defenses. They're opportunistic. So, yeah, I mean, let's see what they can do. I'm ready.
As the Dunbar and Fowler pregame show continues here, coming up in just a minute, we'll talk to Coach Tanner. We'll talk to Coach Kimes, and we'll get you ready for kickoff. It is the Crosstown Showdown, PHS and South, live right here. High school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training here on CAS 45.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. Right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Community. It's a word that means a lot of things to a lot of people. Here at Williamstown Bank, we're proud to have been a part of the community for more than a century. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to offer you the help you need to make the most of your future. Any bank can have branches, but we've always been pretty proud of our roots.
Williamstown Bank, what banking can be.
Welcome back to the Dunbar and Fowler pregame show. Brian Guthrie here, joined by Coach Nathan Tanner from Parkersburg South. Coach, congratulations on the 3-0 start. You've gotten big plays from offense, defense, and special teams this year.
Yes, I appreciate you having me on. Couldn't be more proud of our kids and our staff, you know, in regards to how we started out the season.
So what's been the key? Like I said, you've been really making hay in all three phases of the game. Anything really standing out to you?
I think the key has just been our preparation and our execution. Our kids have executed and really capitalized on all the opportunities in all three games, and like you said, in all three phases.
So the PHS game is kind of a different animal every year. So talk to me about what this rivalry means to you and this team.
To me and this team, this rivalry means a lot. Obviously, it's bragging rights within our city for the next year, and you know, football is a big deal on both sides of the river. So I think both programs. You know, this is just my 4th year as the head coach here, and Coach Combs is his first year as the head coach there. So both of us are in the process of building programs. So it means a lot going forward.
Not to mention the fact of the bragging rights, but it also puts you at 4-0 in a real good spot headed to the conference part of your season, of your schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, every week we talk to our kids, and we try to reset the focus. And you know, we say we're 0-0, so we're going to try to go 1-0 again, and like you said, continue our season and hopefully be 4-0.
Great, Coach Nathan Tanner from Parkersburg South. Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right, thank you.
More of the Dunbar and Fowler pregame show coming up after this on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
We've got about a year under our belts now, enough certainly to know that we're very happy with the service. It was unbelievably simple, and I think within a day we were hooked up and ready to go. I'd most definitely recommend CAS Cable to any business or any individual. There haven't been any surprises, and that's a good thing when you're in business. I'm Jim Staley from Staley Law and Mediation, and I'm happy to be a CAS customer.
Welcome back to the Dunbar and Fowler pregame show. Brian Guthrie here with Coach Matt Kimes from Parkersburg High School. And Coach, you have played in this rivalry. Now you're coaching in this rivalry. I know this one runs deep in you.
Absolutely, Brian. First off, thanks for having me on. And what an exciting night. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Juices are going to be flowing. Our kids are ready to play, and it's going to be a fun night.
You're undefeated coming off an off week, so you've had an extra week to prepare for these Patriots. What have you seen on film?
They're pretty good. They got a lot of guys that can make plays. They're very opportunistic, you know, in all three phases of the game. So we got to play a clean game. But I like our guys. I think we're capable of doing some good things as well. And hopefully we can make them face a little adversity. They haven't faced much this season. You know, we got to play well early. They've been kind of their MO is to get on people early, first quarter. If we can weather the storm through the first quarter and then settle into it, I think we have a chance.
Your Big Red's no slouch thus far this season, rolling over St. Albans and Riverside. What are some of the good things you've seen out of your team this year?
Yeah, I think we're just playing with a lot of effort and enthusiasm, and these kids like coming to work, and they love playing the game. So anytime you got a group like that, it makes it fun. So first and foremost, we're having fun with it. They're coachable. We're you know, we make mistakes, obviously. We're 2 games into a new regime, so they're still learning some things. But like you said, having a whole week off, so 2 weeks to prepare for this football team, can only be advantageous for us.
Now, winning this game, should you win, and that sets you up for the Mountain State schedule ahead of you. You still got the Cabell Midlands and Huntingtons of the world to worry about. How do you not get too far ahead of yourself?
I don't think we're going to look past this one ever. You know, this is the one that's circled on the calendar, no matter what the record is. And fortunately for the community, both teams are off to a good start. And you know, we're excited to play this football game, like I said earlier. And we know we got our hands full. They're a great challenge, but I like to think we're a pretty good challenge for them as well. So we'll see how things go.
You personally, how are you going to feel if you're ahead on that scoreboard when it's all zeros?
I'll be filled with joy, happy for my guys. Happy for our staff and happy for our Big Red community. You know, really happy with how our Big Red pride is starting to come back a little bit within the community, and expect a good crowd tonight, and hopefully we put on a good show.
Can't get up for this one. What are you even doing?
That's right. This is the one you play for. That's right. Thanks, Brian.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Coach Matt Kimes for Parkersburg High School. More of the Dunbar and Fowler pregame show coming up next here on CAS 45.
Honest Fred's Flooring, your home for quality flooring at a fair price. We know shopping for flooring can be stressful, so you can count on us for an honest deal and a stress-free shopping experience. Whatever your flooring needs, rest assured we have the flooring that's right for your lifestyle. And Honest Fred's is with you every step of the way, from consultation to installation. You'll get the flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Shop Honest Fred's, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer, or visit us online at honestfreds.com.
Right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Back here live at Erickson All Sports Facility. Brian and Mike, happy to have you tuned in. The Dunbar and Fowler pregame show. Getting ready for PHS and South Parkersburg High School comes into this game 2-0 after wins over St. Albans 52-0 and Riverside 35-28. And South 3-0 after wins over Capital 59-0, University 78-14, and Woodrow Wilson 48-25. And Mike, as we look at the teams they have played, this game is really kind of the hurdle before conference play starts. You know, South still has to play John Marshalls and Bridgeports of the world, and PHS is going to get into the Cabell Midlands and Huntingtons and Spring Valleys and stuff like that. So not only is this a big emotional game, but this is a big springboard into the rest of the season.
Yes, again, measuring stick. We'll find out more about what these two teams. I think, you know, just educated guess right here. Parkersburg South's going to be fine this year, regardless of what happens in this game. And I'm tending to go for Parkersburg South just because of the offense that they run and the things that they've been able to accomplish this year. PHS though is a good team with lots of skilled players. But yeah, this is a game that you're right. It's not only the emotional impact because it's your rival and you want to win this game, obviously, but the winner of this game is going to go into conference with a big old chip on their shoulder.
And Matt Kimes, PHS, it seems like the last few years it's just kind of looking for a coach, trying to get the right fit. Matt Kimes as a former player there, stand out there. He did a fantastic job at Warren, really kind of resurrecting that program. He might be the right guy for this job.
I do agree. He's a spirited guy. He's a knowledgeable guy, and he will certainly he's going to not only get his players in an excited rage, if you will, but he's going to get
excited rage.
Yeah, he's also going to get his fan base.
That's a fantastic band name, by the way. Excited rage.
He's going to get his fan base into this as well. I mean, the people are going to see the vigor that he's putting into this program. They're going to answer to that, regardless of what happens tonight. I think these are going to be two programs that are still going to have a very positive impact throughout the rest of the season.
Depending on where you're standing in the stadium, you can tell that PHS has come out onto the field in their end zone as the Patriots are getting ready to come out of their inflatable helmet here to the echoes of Enter Sandman 1991.
I was in college at that point.
I was in high school. So I love that. I'm sure that makes me very grandfatherly.
What does that make me? Oh my God!
Great grandfatherly.
I love rivalry games, and I love two schools that it doesn't matter what they do, doesn't matter what they play. I mean, you talked about all the exploits from the whole week of the golf, and then like today you had the cross country. These two teams, I don't know if they really don't like each other, but they don't like to lose to each other. I know that.
So based on what I've seen, and the fact that they scheduled all these matchups this week, I think is fantastic. I love it. The fact that it's showdown week. We're playing golf and volleyball and soccer and cross country and all this other kind of stuff and culminating with the football game. I think it is fantastic for this city, for these communities, and you know, a lot of people go to the football game or know about the football game, but I'll tell you what, my first time at PHS South volleyball was a little bit more intense than I expected volleyball to be. You know, both the soccer games, it's a little bit more intense than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been a lot of fun, and hopefully we're going to have a great game. There's still people streaming into this stadium. It's going to be standing room only by the time this is over. This place is going to be packed and going to be cooking, and hopefully we get a fantastic game.
Yeah, I have a feeling that even if they had like a chess tournament, there'd be some serious trash talking going on between these two teams. There's no doubt.
22, Micah Jones is going to be kicking things off for Parkersburg South in their home blues. PHS in the always familiar red and white. Looks like Anthony Ice, number 1, is the deep man, stands just outside his 10-yard line. Brian and Mike and the CAS 45 crew, happy to have you here. As we're about ready to kick things off.
We got to get the camera crew off the field, though.
Yeah. Broadcast.
WTAP's got to mess things up again.
While we got a second, we'll thank the administration and staff at Parkersburg South High School for being very accommodating with us. Jennifer Null, the athletic director, Betsy Patterson, the principal, have been very accommodating and helpful with us this week, as well as Chris Way, the athletic director at Parkersburg High School, as we've had matchups at both high schools. But we really appreciate everything that they help us do and help us do for them. We've got full student sections on both sides. It's country night with the Southside Psychos. PHS, I believe it is rapper night. I don't know if that's Christmas rapper or music rapper.
I think we're just going to have to be left with our own interpretation. You know, I've seen these matchups a lot over the years, Brian, too, and it seems like I'll just throw this out there, and maybe hopefully I won't look like Nostradamus afterwards, but there's been a lot of times when the team that is not near as powerful as the other one has pulled off the upset. It happened a couple times in the aughts. I think it was like 2005 and 2006. It traded off. The team that had the more power did not end up the victor of this matchup. So everybody's motivated.
Jones gives it to Boot. We're underway. Ice takes it on the fly at the 12. Across the 15, 20, 25. Flags come flying in from the sideline. He's out across the 40, and this one's probably going to come back with an illegal block, if I had to guess.
If I had $1 to bet on that one. It came from the far side judge of the referee crew, so he definitely saw a block he didn't like.
Hold against PHS on the opening kick.
Immediate wind out of your sails.
Number 20,
so that's going to shove him back to the 20-yard line from the spot of the foul. Still not bad field position.
No,
it's could have been at the 40, but whatevs.
Right.
So we will see the PHS offense led by David Parsons. 20 of 34 on the year, 347 yards, 6 touchdowns, no picks.
He's been slinging the ball around the field since he's been in middle school. He's got a great arm. He's got a pedigree right now, and he's going to be a good quarterback still to come for this program.
Parsons going to throw on first down to a back out of the backfield and dropped incomplete. Intended for Logan Hartshorn, 6-foot senior.
Coaching staff said, let's start off with a little hitch pass. Let's just see what we can do. Let's feel out the defense, and the receiver doesn't catch the ball. That play was designed at best to get maybe 3 to 4 yards, but it sees defensive lineups. It sees where everybody's positioned, but you can't get any yards if your receiver doesn't catch the ball.
So 2nd and 10 for the Big Reds. At their own 20, Parsons out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the bottom. Man comes in motion as ice, and now we've got more flags. An inauspicious start.
I think that's going to be. I don't know.
I think we had too many guys moving, or it's either procedure or.
Okay, that's the way I thought it was going to be, but there was a lot of talking going on, and I thought maybe there was extra movement on the offensive line.
I thought the flag flew as the man went in motion, so that's usually a procedure penalty, but a free 5.
There you go. They didn't catch the ball in the first play, but they get the 5 yards anyway. So let's see what they can do on 2nd and 5.
Parsons puts ice in motion, calls for the ball. We'll hand it off to him as he tries to go around the left side. Not there, and finally wrestled to the ground. In there on the stop is Gage Wright for the Patriots.
Gage Wright leads the team in sacks, so I have to think he's probably up where if they're keeping the stat tackles for a loss. That was a prime one right there. You're not going to get away from him, so you got to get that initial block, get him contained. He's going to be a menace all day long.
Lost to 2nd and 8, or excuse me, 3rd and 8. Parsons to throw. Under pressure, and he will be slung to the ground. First man in there was number 40. Did 40?
I did not see. There was 3 of them in there, so yeah, he was looking all the way on his outside receiver. That play took too long to materialize, and South just didn't give him enough time. That would have been really good, maybe to throw a little play action in there. He just did not have any time to set, and great containment there by South.
Demetrius Gearhart, number 66, also in there. Flags fly on the punt, and that's going to be a short one. Hits at the 40, takes a big red bounce out to midfield, but we'll see what the penalty is going to be.
Flag on the play. The legal procedure is the signal. Illegal formation against the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
They're going to make him kick it again.
Why not? Pin him back deeper. I mean, that
was not a good punt.
That kick, because of the bounce, got to midfield. So I'd say you're running a good angle right now to see if he'll do it again.
Junior Casey Stanley is in there to punt, now in his own end zone after the penalty. Couple penalties against the Big Reds here on this opening drive of the game. And a high snap, another flag. Stanley gets this one away. It's going to go straight up. Hits at the 35 and takes a south bounce down to the 35. Stanley got run over in the end zone, but the flags flew at the snap of the ball, and we'll see what this one is. Ball spotted at the 28. And it's going to be another procedure penalty against the Big Reds.
Do you just take it? Can you just take it? Or do you have to make him punt it again?
You can decline the penalty.
They're at the 30. They're at the 28-yard line.
But you almost got to him that time. See what the official call is. Wants to talk to Coach Tanner. Probably the same question you had, Mike. You just want to take it here, or?
Illegal formation against the kicking team. Hartford South has elected to add 5 yards at the end of the kick. 1st down.
I didn't know that was an option. Cool. So South gets a very short field with 10:02 on the clock here in the first quarter. Their first possession of the ball. And we'll see quarterback Robert Shockey for the first time today. 33 of 51, 500 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 pick this year. And he'll take the snap and hand it off immediately to Gage Wright. And Wright goes right into the teeth of the Big Reds. We got some jostling on the outside there with, I saw Cyrus Traw and I think Matt Stallnaker out there locked up out on the corner.
See, you love it. You love the niceness of their passing attack. They've got it. They've got the receivers left and right. They're good. Let's see this play.
Shockey's going to keep it himself on 2nd and 5. Almost caught behind the line of scrimmage, but he'll fight his way ahead for 1. Sets up 3rd and 4.
Robert Shockey is an excellent quarterback. We figured that out real quick. Cyrus Traw has been talked about by many throughout
Deservedly
the state.
so.
But then you just happen to have a running back right now in Gage Wright that's averaging 20 yards a rush. Let him run the ball too.
Yeah, he's broken off a couple weeks. He ran a 60 or 70-yard one against Capital.
Yes.
That gets your average up a little bit.
Yeah, that does inflate your numbers a bit.
Here's Shockey on 3rd and 4. He's going to hand it off to Tristan Walker. And nothing there. Excuse me, that was Traw on the end around. And he is swallowed up for a 1-yard loss.
Interesting call. I'm not the coach, so I'm not gonna criticize.
What do you do now inside the 25 inside the 20 on 4th down? You're probably a little long for a field goal. You might as well
try and get that 1st down, and then you can start working with stuff again. I think right now, key is just move the chains.
Shockey to throw on 4th down. Quick hitter across the middle, complete and then knocked away as Garrettson had his hands on it, but knocked away. Nice play by the Big Red defense. I think that was 12. Mason Siren on the coverage.
Yes. Good call. Good execution. Just didn't finish it right there. If he makes that catch, it's 1st down. They move the chains, and now they can run some sort of a red zone offense. But that was the right call. Just didn't finish it off. But unfortunately, that was on 4th down. You give it back to PHS.
So the Big Reds kind of dodge a bullet after just a horrendous opening drive of the game. Getting the ball back 1st and 10 at their own 20, just inside the 20.
Coach Kimes can wipe the brow on that one and say, all right, let's go back to work, gentlemen.
Parsons with a single setback on 1st down. Still no score here in the 1st quarter. Handoff, 1st man through, and nothing there.
At
66. Oh, I'm on the wrong team. Gearhart
once
on the
again.
tackle, yep.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're going to try and pick a weak spot on the Parkersburg South defense, up the middle is not where I would go.
No, that's
they're
you're
very stout.
Want to spread them out a little.
I don't know. That could be maybe they're just softening them up for something. I don't know.
Call it about a 4-yard loss. 2nd and 14. Back at the 15-yard line for the Big Reds. Inside 8 minutes to go. Rolling clock, 1st quarter. Parsons dumps it off short. It is complete to Matt Stallnaker, but not a whole lot there as he is tracked down by the Patriot defense.
And let me tell you something, Parkersburg South dodged a bullet on that one right there because they left one of the slot receivers uncovered. Number 2 for PHS, Stallnaker, he did a hitch route towards the sideline. He was actually left uncovered. There was a little bit of extra pressure on Parsons to get that throw away, so he had to go underneath a little bit. But if he had about another second, he could have had at least a 15-yard pass out of there because he was uncovered.
3rd and a long 11. Nobody's covered the slot on the other side now this time. And Parsons, flags fly. He's flushed out of the pocket, far sideline, squares up, gets it down the field, incomplete. We'll see what the penalty flags are. And Micah just saw the same thing. It's going to be a hold on the Big Reds. But same situation as there was a receiver uncovered.
And we're standing right next to the South coaching staff, and they're seeing that too.
Coach Tanner will decline that one and make him punt it away again. So
the important thing is, in a situation such as that, you still need that extra 2 seconds to set and throw. Parsons not getting it right now. He's dropping back, and he's seeing blue shirts in his face.
4th and 11, and Casey Stanley on to punt again. Stands at his own 1-yard line. 2 receivers back at midfield for the Patriots. Good snap this time. Stanley rolls out rugby kick. Got a decent one this time. It'll
That's a
kick
good
at midfield and take a big red bounce.
Boy, they could use that because that tips the
flags
field.
behind the play as we have a Donnybrook. At the 45, we got white and blue shirts tangled up, going to the ground. And the chippiness has started.
And the bad part is if that's on PHS, they just blow a completely great punt. It might be a situation where it might be offsetting and, okay, we'll just continue to play some ball here. But this is an extra long conversation right now.
Make sure that it's, if it's offsetting penalties or if you're going to mark it from, it's going to be a dead ball foul, so it'll be from the end of the play, which the ball is sitting at the 31. So which direction are you going to move it? The Big Reds are already back off of it. Yeah, it's coming this way.
There you go. So you get a good
I was
punt.
going to go personal foul. They're going by. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there's
Not
more.
done yet.
Number 3, the return team. Dead ball, hold the foul. Number 20 on the kicking team. Nice penalty, y'all. Set, first down.
All right, lots of flags.
So there were 3, so 2 of them cancel out, but you still get to count the other one.
Yeah, so the block in the black actually helps the Big Reds and moves the Patriots back to their 21-yard line, where they will get the ball for the second time. A sputtering series the first time with the football.
Well, that was a great punt, and the most important thing is it tipped the field. It completely switched now. Now the South being deep in their own territory. Let's see what play they start off this drive.
Shockey will go empty set, and we've got movement up front. Patriots are going to go in a 4-receiver set.
All right, so I think it's pretty safe to say the emotion is starting to get to these guys a little bit to the point where it's been sloppy on both sides.
Dead ball, sloppy fraction. For the offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, no first down. Kelly moves the ball back to the 16-yard line, first and 15.
Snap infraction.
There's probably a joke in there somewhere.
I think another awesome band name. Are you taking notes? Because snap infraction, I think, would be fantastic.
Ladies and gentlemen,
snap infraction. Shockey to throw.
Got time.
On first and forever, and he's going to have to pull it down and run it himself across the 20. Takes a shot at the 25, but a good gain and is going to bring up second and very manageable. Nice run there by Robert Shockey.
He had time. I think he might have taken the ball down a little bit too quickly, but you know what? You can't argue with the results. And he actually kind of laid a lick himself, did he not?
Patriots go tempo, and they will hand it off to Gage Wright. And Wright goes right up the middle, across the 35, across the 40, move the chains for the Patriots.
That was, it was kind of a nonchalant play. I mean, you said they're playing with tempo. Shockey got the snap. He stood straight up, just kind of just sauntered over and handed Wright the ball. Great play, though. What a great run right up the middle.
Did he?
He sauntered. Wright didn't, though.
Rollout on
he
first
rumbled.
down. Throw is complete to Traw, who makes the first man miss, and now he's turned on the gas, and he's inside the Big Red 35 for another Patriot first down.
Shockey threw it over the defender.
Almost
Traw was
a jump
open.
pass,
Yeah,
yeah.
He just kind of, they're playing with a lot of tempo right now. Another penalty on Parkersburg South. Yeah, he just he kind of actually moved forward a little bit, saw the defender come to him, so he just kind of pitched it over his head. Great play.
Looked like the right tackle stood up.
He certainly did, and that's, again, when you're playing with tempo, there's a lot of things going through these, 15 to 17-year-old brains right now. They got to just get everybody on the same page.
So after the penalty, 1st and 15, move the ball back to the 38-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Patriots. Trawl comes in motion in front of Shockey, putting 3 receivers to the near side. Screen pass. Oh! And he's gone. Touchdown, Patriots.
He hit the open field at the 40-yard line, and the sea split open like the Red Sea, and he was fast enough to just go right through the middle of it.
And you get to see the playmaking ability of Cyrus Trawl as he just a crease, and he's gone for the touchdown.
He just the smallest of margins, and his speed was the X factor on that one. He got the ball, the rest was him.
Jones to kick the extra point, up and through. 5:22 left here in the first quarter, and the Patriots are on the board first. Parkersburg South 7, Parkersburg nothing. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training here on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
I sincerely hope you never need my services, because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
We check the Williamstown Bank scoreboard. It has South leading 7-0 here in the first quarter. Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron, and the Crosstown Showdown.
You know, I said that a lot of that touchdown was Cyrus, but he did have some pretty decent downfield blocking. Let's say that, because that wide chasm there had to have been caused by something. But once he hit that, his speed did the rest.
Short kick taken on the fly at the 15, headed the wrong direction and stacked up, and that's all he's going to get. And the Big Reds are going to be back in their own end.
I tell you, the guys in blue right now are just feeling it. You know, you get that touchdown, exciting as it is, that just injects a whole bunch of energy in you right now, and even on the special teams play, you see it right there. Right now, South is creeping into control of this game.
And Coach Kimes said it, you know, in the pregame show. You know, you got to be able to weather that storm. They like to get up on you quick and just really put you away early. Big Reds have been their own worst enemy thus far this evening. So many penalties.
A sustained drive will, just like as you say, will slow things
fix a lot of things. Ice in motion. Parsons calls for the ball. We'll hand it off, and I believe that is Hartshorn, 13.
Another flag down.
And a flag.
Referee threw that one from behind the play, and he threw it late. Face mask.
Face mask on the Patriots.
Face mask is a call.
I mean, it's not been a perfect game even for the Patriots in these opening minutes. They've just been able to withstand their mistakes a little bit more, but they've had a couple of penalties too that have not been great.
So this place is full. There's still people coming in here in the first quarter.
Apparently they didn't know this game started at 7:30. Maybe I'm wrong, but fashionably late does not work on a rivalry game.
5 minutes left here in the first quarter. First down as ball is complete out to Andrew Stallnaker, and he will get a first down for the Big Reds out to about the 33.
Good play because play action there drew the inside of the defense, and then really it's just pitch and catch at that point. He found an open receiver near the sideline, and Stallnaker did the rest of it there. But it was a good play with positive yardage, moves the chains.
I think that's the first down.
Yes, it
for
is.
Parkersburg.
It certainly is, and in that instance, move the chains, no doubt. So again, they get to work with another 3 plays now.
Parsons with a host of running backs, and will hand it off to Stallnecker. Or, excuse me, that's Hartshorn.
Late flag again.
Oh, boy.
Could it
A
be
late
somebody
one like that is usually not a good one.
And maybe it was because somebody said something that they shouldn't have said.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Or defense. Number 66. That's a 15-yard penalty.
That's on Gerhardt, the standout defensive lineman. Not a good thing.
Yeah, just in this drive alone, which only started just a few plays ago, but 20 yards have been given to them with the aid of a penalty. So PHS is taking that in. They'll be perfectly happy to accept those penalties all day long.
The Big Reds into Patriot territory for the first time this evening. 1st and 10 at the Patriot 48. Parsons fakes the handoff, trying to set up the pass play, and gets it complete at the 35 to Anthony Ice. And another first down for the Big Reds. Parsons got that one out under duress.
I was going to say, again, South was in there causing all sorts of problems. This time, though, Parsons was able to get away. He got off a good ball, threw into double coverage. Let's not forget about that. But still, he found the open receiver and moved the chains.
So this is by far the best drive the Big Reds have had thus far this game. As we go inside 4 minutes of this first quarter. 7-0 Patriots after a Shockey to Traw touchdown reception. And whistles as the ball snapped. And I believe Coach Kimes has called a timeout.
You can almost see that on the lining up there, the formation. There was a lot of questions being asked. A little bit more information that needed to be expressed at that point. Took a little bit longer. So, yeah, Coach Kimes says, yeah, let's talk this one over.
Thanks to everybody who's watching the game tonight here with us live on CAS 45, also on our CAS Cable Facebook page, on our CAS Media YouTube page. Make sure you share that with your friends and family out of town. They can watch it anywhere in the world on the YouTubes or the Facebooks. Next Friday, we will be at Don Drum Stadium in Marietta as we go from the Crosstown Showdown to the Rumble on the River with the Williamstown Yellow Jackets and Marietta Tigers next Friday night in Don Drum Stadium.
I tell you right now, Williamstown has got a good team that they've put together. They're hungry. They got to the state championship game last year, did not pull it off, so that probably left a nasty taste in their mouth, and they're ready to play.
Did you just say nasty?
Nasty taste in their mouth. So they're ready to play, and Marietta right now is not.
The pieces are not coming together for the Tigers right now.
It's a tale of two programs right now.
A tale of two kitties? What a good movie.
I love
Here's
that
Parsons to throw on first down. Almost picked. Hits Cyrus Traw right in the hands. He had a shot at it, but it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Yeah, PHS is lucky on that one because that looked like the defensive back was the intended receiver. It was coming right to him, and I didn't see really the receiver kind of disrupt it, so that was more Cyrus just dropping the ball. So sigh of relief there for PHS, second chance on second down.
I see what you did there, a sigh of relief. You did not do that on purpose, did you?
No.
Buddy, you got to take credit for those. 2nd and 10, Big Reds. Patriots showing blitz. Parsons hands it off. It's Hartshorn on a little counter play. Gets to the 35. A yard or two is going to be it.
It was good pursuit there by Parkersburg South. Linebackers, middle interior linemen just kind of holding their own because that was a good situation right there. Those hitch passes are starting to work a little bit when it comes to the secondary guys. They're affecting how Parkersburg South sees that, but the interior lineman didn't fall for any fake. So any towards look to the flat, and then the late handoff they were there to ready to make that tackle. But you can tell, though, that the secondary guys are thinking about those hitch passes.
Big down for the Big Reds here on 3rd and 9. Parsons rolls out, has to get rid of it, throwing to the end zone, and Ison overthrows him at the pylon. It would have had to have been a magnificent catch, but instead it goes out of bounds, incomplete, and 4th down for Matt Kimes and his Big Reds.
Parsons has a lot of arm strength. He can throw on the run. I think he's got a future. You know, we might see him playing on Saturdays when it comes to being, working, maybe Division II, Division III, don't know, but he is a good quarterback. That was a good throw. I don't think it would have been, I don't think he had no shot at getting a touchdown on that one, but
it would have had to have been Jamarcus Chase dragging feet kind of stuff down there by the pylon.
But that's good arm strength. That's a weapon.
On 4th and 9, Parsons to throw. Flushed out, has to throw, and it's picked off. And coming the other way for the Patriots, Braden Hamilton.
And that was a case of a defensive back holding his position. All sorts of stuff going on in that formation. The cornerback did not fall for anything. He stood right there. He waited for him to come to him. I guarantee Parsons didn't even know he was there when he made that throw.
Take another look at it as Braden Hamilton comes up with the interception and sets the Patriots up at midfield.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things.
On the options, going to keep it himself, crosses the 45, and near the 1st down marker at the 41. I think they're going to mark him just short.
He's a great running quarterback, and he's just a whole nother line of the weapons that they have here. He's just another one that can help out. Nice pass right there too. Simple. Got it, found the receiver, hit him on the sideline. That was Garrettson.
So, 2nd and 1, a completion to Turner Garrettson, and another big chunky yards, and another 1st down for the Patriots.
South is putting their foot on the gas right now.
I think they're a little frustrated. They think they should have 2 or 3 scores by now. Nice block. Shockey gets the ball away. It's complete, but leveled is Cyrus Traw.
Still positive yardage.
Stanley on the hit.
Casey Stanley making the stop for the Big Reds. Patriots going tempo again on 2nd and short.
Yeah.
And Shockey rolls out, decides to run it with room up the middle, has the 1st down, headed for the
Blockers
far
too.
sideline. And is inside the 15 with another Patriot 1st down.
He's seeing something in the coverage, and he's not waiting. He gets the ball. He's seeing how everybody's looking in the secondary. He's like, you know what, I can get that 1st down.
At the 13.
Back on the ball, the Patriots, just 2 completely kind of diametric offenses. The Big Reds are very deliberate and grinding, and the Patriots are, let's go, let's get it. Swing pass out is complete.
Walker on the reception.
On the catch is Tristan Walker, and not a whole lot there. And Shockey trying to get a breather there.
13 will be 2nd and 11.
Yeah, I mean, when you're moving fast with the offense, but that's going to affect you too.
2nd and 11 after the loss on the play, and the handoff is going to go to Gage Wright, and he will bowl his way into the end zone for the Patriot touchdown with 52 seconds showing on the clock. 14 yards as Gage Wright just plows his way through the Parkersburg defense.
Good time for that play call too, because they'd run about 3 or 4 passing plays. Even though Shockey ran on a couple of them, they still started off as passing plays. So I don't know, PHS was just geared up, ready to go. That was a straight handoff, and boy, Wright, he might have been touched a couple of times, but he was not stopped. He got all the way in for the score.
Extra point, up and good. 52 seconds left in the 1st quarter, and it's Parkersburg South 14, Parkersburg nothing. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training here on CAS 45.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Community. It's a word that means a lot of things to a lot of people. Here at Williamstown Bank, we're proud to have been a part of the community for more than a century. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to offer you the help you need to make the most of your future. Any bank can have branches, but we've always been pretty proud of our roots.
Williamstown Bank. What banking can be.
Back at Erickson All Sports Facility. And Patriots kicking off again. Taking it to 12, flipped back to Anthony Ice to return it. And he's going to get out to about the 25. We'll see if the Big Reds can get something cooking this trip.
Well, again, I think what we saw with that last drive for Parkersburg South, I think they were a little frustrated that they haven't had that much success up to this point. So when they finally got the ball back, they went with tempo. Now they're 2 scores up. If they keep getting those kind of scores, PHS is not going to be able to run a deliberate offense. They're going to have to run more big strikes. So right now they're still in.
It's a lot of game left.
There's still a whole lot of football game left. So again, let's see what they can do with this next possession.
David Parsons calls for the ball, under pressure, throws out complete to Ice at the 30-yard line, and just about it. Pickup of about 3, 2nd and 7.
Interior for Parkersburg South is putting a lot of pressure on Parsons. And on that play right there, it was good coverage on the outside as well, too. So Parsons, even though he did complete the play, it only went for a few yards. When you don't have a lot of time to throw, you're not going to be able to get downfield.
We were talking a little bit earlier about David Parsons, and, you know, you think he's got the skill set. He's just a junior.
Yeah.
Last year was like his first year as the full-time starting quarterback. The year before that, he kind of alternated with Bryson Singer back there. Now this is his offense as the first quarter comes to a close on a short run for about a yard, and that's going to be it for the first quarter. Williamstown Bank scoreboard says Parkersburg South 14, Parkersburg nothing. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
To a kid, 60 years may seem old, but at Morrison Incorporated, that's a milestone we're happy to mark. Hi, I'm David Haas. Looking back at our last 60 years, we celebrate a track record of successfully serving our customers' HVAC needs. We're proud of supporting organizations and events in our community. And as we look to our next 60 years, we'll continue putting people first, honoring our guarantee of professional service and always safeguarding the welfare of our customers and crews. Morrison Incorporated, always ready for the next 60 years.
Coming up on Tuesday the 20th, we'll be back here at Erickson for girls soccer as the Lady Patriots will host the Ripley Vikings. Girls soccer here next Tuesday night here on CAS 45. Right now, 1 quarter in the books of the Crosstown Showdown, and it's been all Patriots 14-0, and honestly, it could be a lot worse than that as the Big Reds are looking at a 3rd and 6 at their own 31 to start the second quarter. Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron, locally famous Mike Cameron from Classic Rock Z106. Maybe you've heard of him.
I'm kind of a, no, I'm not. No,
pound for pound, the best broadcast team in the area.
You know, you were talking about Parsons. I've known this kid now. I don't know, he doesn't know me, but I know his grandpa, Rock Parsons, is a local professional wrestler. He's a promoter. He used to be a football player, athlete himself, so I've been following along with David's career just because of that over the last few years. He was throwing the rock around back in middle school, back for Jackson Middle School. So this kid's good. He's got a future as well, but he's been playing this position at a high level for many years now.
3rd and 6. Patriots showing blitz. Here they come. Parsons gets rid of it across the middle. It is complete, and it's going to be good for a first down. Austin Fleming on the reception, and will move the chains for the Big Reds.
That's probably on page 1 of the playbook right there. That is not real. There's not a whole lot of philosophy there.
That's a slant.
Get to the sticks, and I'm going to throw it to you if you get there in time. And he did. He had enough time. That was one of those kind of quick plays. And again, high percentage, and it worked. And it moved the chains, so they get to move on.
Parsons, another quick slant across the middle, and another chunk gain for the Big Reds. I think that was the same play again, this time complete to Anthony Ice.
Same play with a little more play action this time. They did fake the inside run, pulled it back, and then hit the slant. But yeah, that was again, that's what they're going to have to work with right now, because the big problem that David Parsons has been having in this game is not enough time. So when you can do that quick strike stuff where you only need boom, boom, throw, that's where he's at right now. And the last 2 plays have been successful because of that.
Boom, boom, throw was my nickname in high school.
That's my line.
1st and 10 Big Reds and flags. Well, it's been like 5 minutes since we've had a penalty flag, so we were due, playing with house money.
That's right. The referees were feeling a little lonely. They wanted that attention.
3-5. 3-5 handed out by the Patriot defense. Big Reds will take it. 1st and 5 now.
I was going to say, if I'm an offensive coordinator, 1st and 5 is much more workable.
Ice comes in motion across the field. Parsons, deep drop, setting up the screen and busted up. I believe that was 85? Not 85.
25, I think.
25.
Well, I don't have a 25. I don't know. But it was a good job, though, because it was a screen and linebacker, or who might have been a cornerback for all I know. They stayed their ground. They realized that was what it was going to be. They were able to sneak back past the line that formed in front of that screen pass, and they disrupted it.
So 2nd and 5 at the 44 for the Big Reds. 3 receivers set. Man comes in motion. They will put it on the ground. Run over the right side, and extracurricular activities after the play. Aiden Cook, his first time running the football this evening. Cook, 85 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground this season thus far, and his first carry of the night.
That was a rough carry too. I mean, he got positive yardage. It's a 3rd and short, which is good, but he had to work hard for that play. Oh, the sound of Mad Max in the morning or in the evening.
3rd and 2. Can you imagine? You should give him a morning show there on 106. Get up! 3rd and 2.
Thank you for having the radio on.
Oh, Patriots read it, shot the gaps, and will shut that one down for a 1-yard loss, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
4 blue shirts in the backfield is not going to be a good thing for the PHS right there. Both ends were in. I think they both got an ankle to make that tackle. So tough play for PHS, and even that 4th and 3 defensive or the field positioning right now is not something they probably want to mess with right now.
Austin Fleming was the running back, couldn't get there, so Casey Stanley on to punt again. Mason Reams, the deep man for the Patriots. Stanley gets this one away. It's headed for the goal line. Reams will take it at the goal line, to the chagrin of the crowd.
And the chagrin of the coaching staff sitting right next to us, too.
That's an easy touchback, and he stopped it literally on the G.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. That was it was going to barrel into the end zone with that end over end. But yeah, okay, all right.
So they'll take it at the 3. 9 minutes and change here in the second quarter. 14-0 Patriots. Cyrus Traw and Gage Wright, the 2 touchdown scorers for the Southsiders. 3 receivers to the bottom for Robert Shockey. On 1st and 10 from his own 3. 2 yards deep in his own end zone. Play clock at 7. Calls for the ball, goes to throw. Quick slant across the middle, complete! Can't miss! And it's off to the races for Tristan Walker. And Walker is into PHS territory. Excuse me, that's number 5. Turner Garrettson. And Garrettson.
Well, I didn't see the number of who it was, but the cornerback that was covering Garrettson
went for the ball, went for the
gambled, and it did not work in his favor, and that's going to be because that switches the whole philosophy now.
Patriots flip the field. Shockey rolls out to throw under pressure and is going to be dropped inside the 40. Pickup of about 6 or 7, and now a late flag.
Couple of extra yards after initial contact, that's good, and they might get a couple extra yards after that play too. Depending on what was said or what transpired after the whistle blew.
Our flag button's going to be worn out before this one's over.
You only get so many.
Dead ball. Marshall 5. Good defense.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of the yellow flags, but a lot of them have been those biggies, and a lot of them have been, extracurricular kind of things. You're not really seeing it. We did see a face mask. We've seen a couple of blocks in the backs, a holding call. We've seen a whole bunch of those 15-yarders.
23 is Matthew Stolnicker, his first personal foul of the evening. 1st and 10 Patriots at the 23. On the ground is number 10, Mason Reams. And he will go out of bounds at about the 17. Casey Stanley with the stop for the Big Reds.
Good little timing play there off the snap, and he just kind of popped it up to Reams as he was running by. And he knows to run behind those big hogs on there in the front line there too, because he had a nice little wall that got him to where he ended up.
Nice round to Traw, got the nice block, finds the corner, and will go out of bounds along the Big Red sideline after getting the first down. I heard that one pop up here. And flags.
More flags. Could that be a little bit too much exuberance after the play is done?
That might have been a taunting, yeah.
I'd like to see that play over again just to see that block that sprung him. That was great.
Call.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Early offense. Number 1 has a 15-yard penalty. Every 1st and goal south.
1st and goal south is the result of the play, but a 15-yard taunting penalty on Cyrus Traw. Unsportsmanlike.
I guess, yeah, again, they're just getting their money's worth with these penalties. The coaching staff's not too excited about it, but so 1st and goal, mark it at the 24. So they got 4 plays to get in. What they've been doing in this game, I can do that. I'm just saying, 1st and goal and 24 is not an ideal situation.
It's not
to be in.
not doable. Just over 8 minutes left until the half. And we've got a meeting of the minds there with the football.
I bet you they're deciding where they're going to eat after the game.
You know we're fancy like Applebee's on arrival night.
I'm heading there.
Yeah?
I'm heading there. Half-price appetizers are the bomb.
It'll be first and goal at the 24.
I mentioned this place was packed. They're like 2 deep all the way around the edges.
Correction. It'll be first and 10. Parkersburg South.
Oh, not first and goal.
Okay, all right, all right. So that was what the discussion was about. They decided it was not. Yeah, okay, I get that. I get that.
Make it first and 10 at the 24. Shockey to throw. Pressure off the corner. Got away from that. Still on his feet. Will not escape the second wave. In there to make the stop, Austin Fleming, number 3 for the Big Reds. And Shockey going to lose ground back to about the 30.
At this point, I know it's still early. We're still first half, but if I'm PHS now, especially the defensive coordinator, I'm throwing the book at him. I'm getting anytime I can get somebody to get the pressure on the end. Maybe even a cornerback blitz or something. I don't know. But at this point in time, I'm going to start throwing the kitchen sink at him.
Loss of 5 back to the 29 is where they're marked at 2nd and 15 for the Patriots. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. And that's how Shockey will roll. Wide open is Reams, and he could not bring it in. Found a gap in the zone, and they could not make the connection. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, he was wide open, and it wasn't like a bullet coming his way. It was a nice, pillowy, soft pass, and it just bounced off his fingertips.
I like my passes like I like my muffins.
That one got
3rd and 15, Shockey to throw again. This one is complete. Near sideline and down at the 10, going to be near the first down marker. To Tristan Walker.
Move him.
And move the chains. First down, Patriots.
That was soft coverage. That was soft coverage. They were 3 yards off of the receiver. He had all the room in the world.
Handoff goes to Wright, and Wright will bully his way inside the 5.
I tell you, I'm going to call
some hard-nosed running.
I'm going to call that boy the closer. I mean, he almost, and the thing is, he's 2 yards away from getting back in the end zone, but that is all him. It is all him hitting the middle of that line and doing the rest of it.
Be 2nd and 1.
Back on the ball, and the official trying to see was it a first down or not.
They moved. They just had a first down on the play before, did they not?
Yeah, they could get a first down at like the 2, and it will be first and goal.
Okay.
First and goal, just outside the 1. Flip to Traw on the end around, trying to find the corner, leans in, and Cyrus Traw's in for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
PHS was trying to do an old cowboy trick there, head him off the pass, but the problem was all those guys were waiting for him around the end. He decided, you know what, I'm going to cut up the tackle there, and was able to get in that way. They were ready for him over there, but the interior lineman couldn't stop him on the inside.
Jones on to attempt the extra point. Low snap, and it's going to be blocked. They're wanting more flags, but they're not coming. 6:33 left until the half, and it's Parkersburg South 20, Parkersburg nothing. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training here on CAS 45.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Community. It's a word that means a lot of things to a lot of people. Here at Williamstown Bank, we're proud to have been a part of the community for more than a century. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to offer you the help you need to make the most of your future. Any bank can have branches, but we've always been pretty proud of our roots.
Williamstown Bank. What banking can be.
Williamstown Bank scoreboard has a 20-point Patriot lead here. Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron, and a cast of like 5. The CS45 crew here.
Top-notch crew.
Jones kicks it off, and I believe it is ice on the return. 15, 20, 25, 30 across the 35, and the best return thus far for the Big Reds.
And no flags.
You shut your jinxie mouth. If you say that and they start flying out, you're on your own. I'm going home.
Ball is going to be marked at the 36, first and 10.
So I realize it is only 6:26 of the second. But, he said, knowingly, points here would be a big deal for the Big Reds.
Huge. Huge.
Not huge.
Huge. Yeah, they've got to break through on this drive.
Coach Kimes out on the field. He's almost out to the numbers trying to get this play changed. We're inside 10 on the play clock, 5 on the play clock. They'll get it snapped. Parsons hits pass, hits the ground, as does he, as he gets leveled. All that for an incomplete pass.
Second and 10.
Yeah, they're just trying to get all the momentum and action going on one side and then throw to the opposites. And even on that play right there, Parsons got knocked down as he made the throw. Right now the pass defense right now, the interior rush right now, Parkersburg South is winning all of those battles.
Yeah, as well as the South offense has played, I think the defense has really carried this game thus far for them.
I think the coaching staff's going to love that because that's just an indicator of how the rest of the season's going to go.
Here's Parsons, keeps it himself around the left side. Is out to about the 43. I'll bring up third and 1, 2, 3 or 4.
I think 3.
3?
Long 3 maybe. Third and manageable. That's what that play was there for.
Big Reds line up heavy on 3rd and 3. It'll be Fleming, gets enough for the first down, but flags everywhere.
That might be on the receiver, how he lined up.
Number 2, Andrew Stallnaker, looks like he's pleading his case.
Illegal formation on the offense. Bond of the penalty, no first down. Penalty moves the ball back.
I should have brought my penalty punch card, but because I think on the 10th one I get a free sandwich. 3rd and 8.
Sandwich. You had me at sandwich.
Did I? Best Fred crew in the Mid Ohio Valley. 3 receivers to the top for Parsons on 3rd and 8 now after the penalty.
And that just switches the philosophy.
Patriots blitzing, got to get rid of it and hurry. Does, and is going to be close to the first down. That is Stallnaker on the catch.
On that spot, he's got it.
And they won't even have to measure it. Move the chains. Nice job, Big Reds.
Well, you're 3rd and 3. They set up with a couple extra guys inside. That gave them that extra push up the middle to get the first down. Oh, you got to call it back because of the penalty. So that switches the philosophy. 3rd and 8. And again, South was in there pressuring Parsons, but he was able to get that pass off quicker and get the first down.
Parsons, lots of time, airs it out well out in front of his intended receiver. Intended for Casey Stanley, but they're keeping, now they're just wideouts each way, wings each way, tight ends each way. Just don't get Parsons killed back there. Give him time to throw the ball. Like you said, he's got an arm. It was a nice throw.
That was.
But
that was 50 yards easy. And relatively, other than the fact that he was under duress, it was still, a pretty easy throw for him. But yeah, you're right. And that when you have too many people helping on the inside, that less weapons to throw to.
On 2nd and 10, play action. Parsons under pressure. Up the far sideline and to the 45-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd and manageable again, like 3rd and 2 or 3.
He did what he needed to do. He escaped positive yardage, dove forward.
Would you say survive in advance?
Survive in advance, indeed. And you're right, 3rd and manageable. That's they're they're knocking on the door again.
Got a favorable spot, and it'll make 3rd and 1.
And they might be able to run one of those inside packages again instead of having to have multiple receiver sets.
Heavy formation, lots of people on the line of scrimmage. And the Big Reds will get the first down. Fleming still on his feet at the 40-yard line, now running backwards and goes out of bounds near the sticks. I would say forward progress hasn't. It looks like they've got, they're marking him at the 41.
Yeah, he had that, and then he went backwards. I'm like, no!
No, not that way. They're going to spot it at the 42, first down Big Reds. 3:55 to go until the half. 20-0 Patriots.
Yes, PHS is right now running an offense. It's important what they do on the very first play after getting first down, because they can do what they want to do on 3rd down. But right now, I mean, they've got to get about anywhere from 5 to 6 yards on this play. Oh,
and
they went
backwards on the end. And another false start on the offense.
Oh, that is frustrating.
We're not even playing.
Dead ball. False start. On the offense. Number 3. 5-yard penalty. No first step.
And again, different philosophy. 1st and 10. 1st and 15. That's a different philosophy now. You got to go to a completely different. I mean, I don't know how they have their playbook set up, but you got to go to a different area of the playbook now. Because before you're looking at 6 yards, now you're looking at 8, 9 yards. So you want to get as much as you can. Well, actually, you want to get a touchdown, but I'm just saying you want to definitely win.
I think you've talked yourself out of this play. Parsons going to keep it himself. Got a big chunk. Going to get about 10. So he got the penalty yards back and then some, and we'll make it 2nd and doable, I guess.
Doable's good. And
5.
He's calling his own number. I mean, he's had a couple of really nice runs now, and it's been out of necessity, but timeout.
South will take a timeout at 3:37 left in this opening half and a 20-0 lead. Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron, happy to have you. Erickson All Sports Facility for the Crosstown Showdown. Again, they've been playing these matchups all week. South won the golf matchup. PHS won volleyball. South won boys and girls soccer. Both of those games were 1-0. And PHS won the combined cross-country meet right before the football game this evening. So a PHS win here is a push for the week at 3 apiece. Win by South is a win for South. So there you go.
Well, for me, being as part of the situation as I am, 3:37 left. Right now, the mission is for PHS. Not anything less than a score before going into halftime is, I would have to say, mission failed. They've got to get points on the board before this half is over. Still got time to work
keep
with.
them off the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Coming up at the half, we'll try to get you as much of the halftime shows from both Parkersburg and Parkersburg South's band.
You know one of those.
I do know one of those. One of them kids looks like me. And flags, which is what you want right out of a timeout.
All right. Well, whatever it was is going to give PHS a couple more yards.
Out of a timeout, lining up offsides. So it's going to be second about a foot.
You can see the ball. It's right there. If you know you can see the ball, you should know that you should not be past it.
So second and about a foot for the Big Reds. Parsons slings complete.
Again, high percentage, set up in the middle of the field. They're not, when he's making that play right there, there's not a whole lot of time that's going by, so the pass rush is not going to be that big of a factor. He gets it, slings it. Hopefully they catch it. Hopefully they move the chains. And in this situation, moving the chains also gave him a couple extra seconds to work with.
Number 6, sophomore Andrew Williamson, his first catch of the day, gets a first down for Parkersburg as we close in on 3 minutes to go in the half. Play action completed. Near side and brought down as Fleming, brought down by his heels around the 20-yard line. Brandon Whipke is wearing 40 tonight. Now he's in on the stop.
You know what? That was a good play, obviously, for PHS because it was positive yardage, but they worked hard for that one, too, because, again, there was pressure on Parsons there. He was able to pitch it over the top again, get it to his receiver. Second and manageable, but now time ticking off that clock.
2nd and 5. More than anything else, I think they don't want to give the ball back. Parsons fakes the handoff, runs it himself, and is pushed out of bounds, drugged down around the 15, and that's going to be another Big Red first down.
Move the chains, out of bounds too, so that's all helping out with the clock management. I tell you, he's been his own best friend on this drive because that one looked like it was designed too. He didn't run that one out of necessity. He ran that because that was the best.
Fell a little awkward,
action.
Bud, as he was drugged down from behind.
That did not look, good in that situation, but he was able to get up. See what they can do on 1st and 10.
Clock stopped at 2:21. And now, timeout Parkersburg. We'll take it with him. 2:20 left here in the second. 20-0 Parkersburg South, but the Big Reds driving. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
Ready, set, fall. Calling all lovers of autumn, fall, and Halloween, Crown Florals and Gifts is ready for you. We are packed wall to wall with autumn, Halloween, and fall decor, and best of all, it's on sale for you today. From festive home decor and wreaths to candles and clothing for every age. Shop your local small stores first this season. Oh, and a trip to Crown Florals would never be complete without a visit to the Crown Confectionery, loaded with all of your fall treats and sweets. So we'll see you soon at Crown. Welcome back to your happy place.
Out of the timeout, Big Reds hand it off to Hartshorn, and he is going to lose a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 11.
Boy, you call a timeout, you don't want to have that play.
That's not the best play in the world out of the timeout. Not the best result, but it's
and they already had
better than a penalty, I
they
suppose.
already had the clock stopped because it was out of bounds too. So they just they wanted to strategize a little bit, and again out of the timeout, that's not cool.
2nd and 11 as we close in on 2 minutes until the half. Parsons to throw. Slings it to the far sideline, intended for ice, and he gets laid out.
Parsons had a lot of time that time, so maybe, I don't know, uncharacteristic. He still maybe rushed his approach a little bit, and he did throw that above the receiver. I don't know how tall that receiver is, but he threw it over his head.
Shockey came in and dropped a hammer on it.
He wanted to make sure he's not going to catch that.
So 3rd and 11 at the 16-yard line for the Big Reds. They've had a nice drive here and really need to get on the board here, down 20-0.
Be shocked if he kept it again.
And Patriots will get it to start the second half. Parsons got it away as he was going down. It didn't get picked, and touchdown, Big Reds.
And that was a second away from being a pick six.
Aiden Cook somehow makes the catch and gets it into the end zone for 6.
Parsons, somebody on his back. He makes the throw. Defender makes a move, misses it, and again, just a smidgen away from being a pick six, but it goes 6 for PHS, and that's what they needed on this drive.
Casey Stanley on to attempt the extra point. Knocks it up, knocks it through. 1:49 until the half, and the Big Reds are on the board. 20-7. Patriots lead the Crosstown Showdown. You're watching high school football, presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
I sincerely hope you never need my services, because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
Aiden Cook with the touchdown catch puts the Big Reds on the board.
I think that was a 25. I think it was around more closer to 25 yards.
I don't remember how far away it was. Nevertheless, 20-7.
Mission accomplished too. Again, that was goal. They needed to score. Now, to your point from just a little bit,
stop them from scoring.
Keep them from scoring. Because guess what? Parkersburg South can score in a minute 49. Newsflash.
Hash Brown fun fact. Hash Brown scoreboard.
Oh!
And mishandled and into the end zone and a touchback.
Back in the old days, that would have been really dangerous.
That's a live ball. Yeah, back in my day, that's a live ball. Austin Blackwell, 21, couldn't get the handle on it. So
penalty.
Oh, is there a penalty flag?
Shocker!
Yep, here he comes.
I've seen that guy more than my daughters in the last 3 days.
That flag's for what?
Dead ball, personal foul. Early return team, number 40. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Braden Whipke picking up a personal foul.
I have a feeling there's going to be some things addressed.
Yeah.
Keep them emotions in check.
We've seen a lot of 15-yarders in this half.
Just ridiculous. I mean, I know it's a rivalry game, but all right. Hone it in, boys.
Four receiver set for Shockey. Traw goes in motion. Handoff goes to Gage Wright. Wright plows his way across the 15 and out to about the 18-yard line.
Those legs just churn and churn and churn.
Second and 2.
6 foot, only 165, but he brings
Sounds like a wrecking ball. Second and 2. Shockey rolls out, now pulls it down. Now he's going to reverse his field. Coming back near side. Finds it 40, midfield, knocked out of bounds. Casey Stanley saves the touchdown as Robert Shockey somehow turns a broken play into a huge gain for the Patriots.
Good downfield coverage, so he didn't have anybody to throw to. But sometimes that means the quarterback can improvise a little bit, and he made the most of his spacing all the way, tipping the field once again in PHS territory.
Patriots still have 2 timeouts, but they're right back on the ball and ready to go. Shockey flushed out again, finds the near sideline again, and fouls down to the 25. Retains again. Welcome to the Robert Shockey Show, starring Robert Shockey, produced by Robert Shockey. Gaffer Robert Shockey, best boy Robert Shockey, catered by Shockey and Friends. Good gravy. Roll out, pass, incomplete.
That might have just been pure exhaustion from the last 2 plays. You know what? I just maybe need a little break here. Okay.
Led Reams a little bit too much on that first down throw. Inside a minute to go. Again, Patriots still with 2 timeouts.
He actually did a little crouch there of, yeah, I'm tired.
You should know you're a master of the crouch.
I tell you, and I'm a master of being tired too. So.
Yeah, you are pretty good at that.
You should have saw me walking up these steps just to get up here.
Second and 10. Shockey throws and picked off. Anthony Ice has it at the 5. 10, 15, 20 coming near side. 25, 30, 35-yard line is where he goes out of bounds. And the Big Reds keep the Patriots out of the end zone with 43 seconds left in the half.
That was a good route. It was 1v1 out there, and the defensive back won that battle. And again, it was just by a small little margin right there. But so big, because what did we just say? Another touchdown had to keep him off the board, and so that one looked like that could have been a touchdown.
Patriots will get the ball to start the second half. Now we'll see if Matt Kimes wants to just get out of this half or see if he can make any hay here.
I don't know. He can't hold anything back.
Not the last game of the season, Boomer.
Sorry. I do love my movie quotes.
Powerbomb. Courtesy Captain Inthano. Parsons rolls out to throw. Wings it down the sideline and incomplete.
Well, definitely, they're definitely feeling out the process here. So that was, he was looking downfield. Still a pretty safe play right there, but they were definitely looking downfield just to see if they could tip the field once again. 34 seconds to work with.
The clock stops at 34 seconds. 20-7 Patriots on our Williamstown Bank scoreboard. Here comes a blitz. Parsons gets rid of it in a hurry. Not much doing there, a loss of a yard or two. And barring a timeout, the clock should
Somebody did call
Somebody called timeout.
Right Walker on the stop, loss of a yard.
I would imagine.
Timeout, Parkersburg.
Yep. Parkersburg took a timeout.
Their third and final timeout.
It'll be 3rd and about 11. I'm pretty sure you could have just let that clock run out there, buddy. Not sure I get that one.
Well, because, again, yeah, I mean, if they don't get this first down, South has 2 left. If they wanted to, they can cause them to punt. And there's still time on there for something to happen. So I'm with you. I don't know. Maybe I let those seconds tick off and go back to the drawing board a little bit.
So on 3rd and 11, Parsons with some extra protection. And the Patriots coming again. Wings it down the field and almost complete, almost picked, but nonetheless falls to the ground. And the clock stops
Brings up a 4th and 11.
at 20 seconds and 4th and 11.
South doesn't even have to call a timeout.
No.
And a whole myriad of bad things can happen on this 4th down play.
No, Casey Stanley has had a couple of stinkers, if you will, to use the technical term. of punting lexicon.
I don't know if the NFL films guy would have used that one, but. Oh,
that one away,
no.
and Shankopotamus putting that one in the bleachers. That was not a good one. 13 seconds on the clock, and that punt did not make a first down.
13 seconds, and probably around, were they going to mark it at the 42?
Oh, no.
Not a penalty? Oh, okay.
Did that make the line of scrimmage? Oh my. That is not a good punt. That was not a good punt. Good pressure from the Patriots.
13 seconds. They've got plenty of time to try at least 2 plays and get back on the board, get that touchdown back.
Yeah. And you can even complete it in bounds if you wanted to with 2 timeouts. Shockey to throw. Flips it out to Gage Wright at the 35, near sideline, and will go out of bounds at the 24. Official actually is going to mark it up 22 and a half-ish.
Right.
Move the chains for the Patriots, but only 5 seconds remain on the clock, and now you got to take a shot, I think.
Yeah, at this point, it's one-play territory, so I really can't see a scenario where they can get another one off, even with those timeouts.
Yeah. I mean,
it would have to be a quick
snap
play.
And throw. Yeah, and even then, I don't think you're going to get 2 plays out. Shockey across the middle, complete to Traw at the 5, stays on his feet, clocks at 0, swings to the end zone, touchdown, Cyrus Traw and the Patriots. Caught it in the middle of the field with no time on the clock and weaved his way through. Watch it here on the Dunbar and Fowler replay and found the corner of the end zone. That's unreal.
It's instinct. It's just complete and total instinct. He caught it. He still was indecisive on what was going to happen at that point, and he just made it happen. Got away from all the white shirts, got into the end zone, and they answered that touchdown back. You cannot believe that.
And with all zeros on the clock, the extra point is up and good, and we will go to the half. Parkersburg 7. Coming up, we'll watch the PHS and South bands on a turn at the end of the half. We're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center, Adult Technical Training on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
When our customers come into our offices, we want them to feel like there's something for them. We have some customers that still want to come in and talk to someone and see someone face to face, and people will always be first. We also want to be able to provide the mobile deposit or the ability to bank from anywhere regardless of where you live. We hope that this new look really becomes a reflection to our customers, to our employees, and to our communities of what banking can be.
Right now, Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Honest Fred's Flooring, your home for quality flooring at a fair price. We know shopping for flooring can be stressful, so you can count on us for an honest deal and a stress-free shopping experience. Whatever your flooring needs, rest assured we have the flooring that's right for your lifestyle. And Honest Fred's is with you every step of the way, from consultation to installation. You'll get the flooring you want, the service you need, and the value you deserve. Shop Honest Fred's, Parkersburg, Marietta, and Spencer, or visit us online at honestfreds.com.
The Downtown Throwdown Barbecue and Brew Fest is back in downtown Parkersburg, Saturday, September 17th at the corner of 3rd and Market Streets. Get your fill of delicious barbecue and award-winning brews while enjoying music from Back Porch Alibi and Easy Street. Tickets are $15 in advance or $20 at the gate and available now at downtownpkb.com. Join us for a smoking hot evening of grilling, filling, and chilling at the Downtown Throwdown Barbecue and Brew Fest, September 17th. Thank you to this year's major sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the pride of the South Side. The award winners. The winners are South High School Patriot Marching Band. The band is led on the field by this year's student commanders, Felix Ozanek, Reese Chaddick, and Chloe Robinson. Featured twirlers are Macy and Harmony Watkins. This year's marching band staff includes the following: guard instructor Lori Myers, battery percussion instructor Jack Turner, tip percussion instructor Bill Keller, and the PSHS band directors are Greg Myers and Will Cosby. This evening's performance will include the following selections: 16 Tons featuring Caitlin Matheny on the vibraphone and Caleb Rowan on tuba, Simple Gifts featuring soloist Kate Evans on flute, Izzy Wilcoxon on football, Della Mathers on clarinet, Sean Sands on saxophone, and Casey Guthrie on trumpet. The band will be performing tomorrow in the Belleville Homecoming Parade, as well as the Oil and Gas Parade and the band competition at Tyler Consolidated High School. We wish them the best at their performances. Winner of tonight's 50-50 was Dean Albrecht.
always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
To a kid, 60 years may seem old, but at Morrison Incorporated, that's a milestone we're happy to mark. Hi, I'm David Haas. Looking back at our last 60 years, we celebrate a track record of successfully serving our customers' HVAC needs. We're proud of supporting organizations and events in our community. And as we look to our next 60 years, we'll continue putting people first, honoring our guarantee of professional service and always safeguarding the welfare of our customers and crews. Morrison Incorporated, always ready for the next 60 years.
Headed to the third quarter of this crosstown showdown matchup, and it has been all Patriots, 27-7. And Brian Guthrie and Mike Cameron here. And Mike, anything that could go wrong for the Big Reds at the end of that first half really kind of did. The clock could have run out, but it didn't. The punt went horribly sideways, and then they scored with no time left. I mean, it's Cyrus Straw is going to get his. We all know that. He's got 3 touchdowns in this first half already. How many do you have coming into this game? 8? He had 8 total touchdowns coming into this game. And 3 in the first half already. Coach Kimes told us before the game, they like to get up on you and just ride it out.
Right.
You got to withstand that first blow.
Yeah.
C plus.
Well, I mean, again, they got on the board. PHS did at a time when they needed to. It was a good drive. It was a little bit of a, just things kind of finally did go their way with that play. Pressure on Parsons. He was able to get the pass away. It could have gone 50-50 with the defensive back. He misses it. PHS gets it. They score the touchdown. So, okay, mission accomplished right there. But we did say there was enough time on the clock. I don't know. With that 3rd and 11, we both said to each other, why did they stop the clock? We said somebody called the timeout, and we thought maybe it was South. But no, PHS called that. So they set themselves up for that play.
A knee there either eats the rest of the clock or it forces South to start using timeouts.
And it's still, I mean, you can still say a lot, too. The play that Parkersburg South scores on at the very end
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. It was even a bit of desperation, you can even call it, but it worked. They answered back. And now, insult to injury, they get it to start off the third quarter, too.
Cyrus Straw deep to receive, as well as Mason Reams. Casey Stanley will have it teed up for the Big Reds. Next Friday, we will be at Don Drum Stadium in Marietta as the Marietta Tigers host the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. Rumble on the River next Friday here on CAS 45. Back here at Erickson on Tuesday for some girls soccer as the Patriots will welcome the Ripley Vikings to town. 6 o'clock airtime on Tuesday for Parkersburg South girls soccer.
Riding out that TV timeout.
Yeah, TV timeout. Casey Stanley to kick. Tron Reams at the goal line for the Patriots to start this second half with a 20-point lead. Reams will take it on the run at the 12. Quickly across the 25, 30, 35, spins and is out to the 39-yard line. And that's where the Patriots will set up shop. Slow start for Parkersburg South as they got the ball deep in Patriot territory the first time with the football and came away with nothing, but since then have put some pieces together. Fouls literally everywhere in the first half. We'll see if they clean that up in the second.
I have a feeling both coaching staffs probably said, yes, we're gonna put a stop to that. So hopefully we'll see a much cleaner half.
Junior quarterback Robert Shockey looks to the sideline to get his play, and he'll be in an empty set. And quarterback draw the whole way, nothing there. Big Reds read that one the whole way.
Seems like a lot of setup, a lot of posturing. They waited a long time to snap it, to actually execute the play, and that's what we got. So
54, Grant Snyder in there, making the stop.
The South right now has got house money, so they can really do whatever they want on this.
You can try some stuff out.
Yeah.
Roll out to throw. Shockey on the move, looking for Traw, and hauls it in at the 37-yard line. What a weapon to have in your arsenal. Move the chains for the Patriots.
He's a good route runner on top of everything else. I mean, yeah, he's got just God-given speed, pretty good hands as well, but he's just a good route runner too. I mean, that was effortless. He found the opening, and Shockey found him. It's good. It's a good play. Pitch and catch.
Sprint out to the near side this time, and Shockey will pull it down. Back across the grain. Took a shot at the 30, bounced off, stays on his feet, goes out. Inside the 25, another South first down.
What an athlete that kid is. I mean, he's tough and a good runner. I mean, he does not shy away from contact either. That does not bother him in the slightest. Found an open space to get it.
Also a junior, like Parsons on the other sideline. Gage Wright is the sidecar on 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the 24, and Wright will get the carry with lots of room, and still on his feet, rumbling to the end zone, and comes up a yard short. It'll be 1st and goal for the Patriots as Gage Wright plows his way. Needed 24, got 23. 1st and goal, Patriots.
He's got speed, but he's just got an engine that doesn't stop, and there's no finesse there. It's going right in.
And they feed it right back to him, and he's in with the 1-yard score. Touchdown, Parkersburg South. The opening drive of the third quarter could not have gone any better for the Patriots.
They did what they wanted. They got the yardage that they needed, and they used a lot of their weapons. We saw Trow, we saw Shockey, we saw Wright.
Gage Wright, his second touchdown of the night. Jones on for the extra point. Up and through. 10:51 of the third quarter, and the Patriots are back on the board, 34-7. You're watching high school football presented by Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training here on CAS 45.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Community. It's a word that means a lot of things to a lot of people. Here at Williamstown Bank, we're proud to have been a part of the community for more than a century. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to offer you the help you need to make the most of your future. Any bank can have branches, but we've always been pretty proud of our roots.
Williamstown Bank, what banking can be.
Our Williamstown Bank scoreboard shows it 34-7. Patriots putting it to the Big Reds as that kick is going to skip back. That's a live football, and it's going to stop at the 1. Picked up by Anthony Ice, and he's got the 5, and the Big Reds are in a world of trouble. I was just about to say they need offense, something terrible right now, and they made the field just about as long as possible.
And I don't know if really the outcome could have been any different on that play, because I don't think the ball goes, it was slowing down enough.
It was going to stop.
Yeah, I don't think it goes into the end zone. You said it was a live ball, so, I mean, he had to make a decision. He did, and South was there to make that tackle deep, deep, deep on their own end of the field.
1st and 10 for the Big Reds. Ball spotted at their own 5. Parsons has the extra protection in there. Puts Hartshorn in motion. Will hand it off Inside to Stoniker, I believe. Nope, 28 is Cook. And Aiden Cook works his way out beyond the 10, about the 12, sets up 2nd and 3.
Nice play right there, using the play action right there, getting that receiver in motion. That really got the attention to the interior linemen, linebackers, and good quick run there. 2nd and manageable.
A sustained drive with points would be just what the doctor ordered here for the Big Reds. It's going to be Cook again, I believe.
3rd and
only
short.
A yard.
Yep.
Yep, 3rd and 1.
I don't know. I'm still not ready to really test that inside interior line right now of Parkersburg South. Hit the tackles, keep that play action, do the misdirections. Those are all working, but straight dive was not what did not work on that situation, obviously. I don't think it will.
I mean, with the pressure that they've been getting, draws and stuff like that might be screens and draws about all you can get because these Patriot backers are coming. They're just coming, and here they come again. Handoff, stopped in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Flattened is Austin Fleming.
Courtesy of Captain Insano right there. Into the backfield, and the PHS had nowhere to go.
There, and on comes the punting unit for the Big Reds. A 3 and out.
Ball is marked at the 10-yard mark. It'll be 4th and 5.
Casey Stanley desperately needs a good punt here. Desperately needs a good punt here. High snap. Almost blocked. Headed to the sideline and will go out of bounds. And where are they going to mark this one?
Kick goes out of bounds.
Remember that old segment on The Price is Right with the guy, the Alpine guy? Yeah. That makes me think of that whenever the side judge has to figure out where it went out of bounds. I could just hear that theme music being played in the background.
They'll mark it at the 26-yard line.
He did what he could. It was a high snap. Just the fact that he really got anything forward out of it at all was probably what we'll have to take as a moral victory at this point. But South is already knocking on the door.
Junior quarterback Robert Shockey looks to the sideline. Coach Tanner giving his signals. Shockey to throw. Lofts it down the middle of the field and too tall for Reams.
It's an embarrassment of riches when you got Cyrus Trowell, and then you still have Garrettson, and then you've got Reams. These are all bona fide
and Gage
weapons.
Wright, by the way.
And Gage, and then you still got you got that right guy there in the backfield that can get you about 20 yards per rush. I was actually looking at Trowell that whole time, but good coverage on him, but he was not the intended receiver. That was meant for Reams just to overshot the mark a little.
2nd and 10. 4 receiver set for Shockey and the Patriots. And on the ground with a big hole and gone. Tyson Graham, 21. Nope, not 21. Eli Bartlett, sorry. Eli Bartlett.
I've got 2 21s on my roster.
Once he got past the first level, there was nobody there. And Bartlett takes it in for the touchdown. And the Patriots are wrecking the Big Reds.
And you know what? We really haven't said it much up to this point, but that was a good job by the offensive line. Good opening for him to get through. Got through.
Up and through. 8:26 in the third quarter. It's 41-7 Patriots. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
Ready, set, fall. Calling all lovers of autumn, fall, and Halloween, Crown Florals and Gifts is ready for you. We are packed wall to wall with autumn, Halloween, and fall decor, and best of all, it's on sale for you today. From festive home decor and wreaths to candles and clothing for every age. Shop your local small stores first this season. Oh, and a trip to Crown Florals would never be complete without a visit to the Crown Confectionery, loaded with all of your fall treats and sweets. So we'll see you soon at Crown. Welcome back to your happy place.
We mentioned at the top these teams are going to find out just how good they were. This is the measuring stick game between a 3-0 South team and a 2-0 Big Reds team. And right now, the Patriots look like they are for real. Ranked number 2 in the state and putting the boots to the number 4 team, the Big Reds. Ice gets upended at the 25-yard line. So a little bit of breathing room for the Big Reds.
But a lot of ground to cover.
Would you say they have a long way to go and a short time to get there?
I would.
Would you?
Breaking out the Smokey and the Bandit references.
Listen, if I can't work Jerry Reed into a ball game, what am I even doing here? Seriously. What am I even doing with my life?
I appreciate the effort.
Extra backs on 1st and 10. Ice in motion. Parsons slinging, knocked up into the air, intended for Stanley, but falls out of bounds, incomplete.
That is a crisp pass. That one had a little extra mustard on that one. He's got all the makings of he's going to be a good one. And we said in the early part, measuring stick, we used all those references, but you know what? PHS is, you know what? They ran into right now, still plenty of game left. They ran into a Parkersburg South buzzsaw up to this point, but I think we're going to see plenty of good things from the red and white.
Official timeout as they'll send Ice to the sideline. And check in Xavier Robinson. Three receivers to the short side of the field. Robinson goes in motion. Parsons will keep it himself. Out near the 30. Modest gain. It'll be 3rd and about 5, maybe 6.
We don't have the exact numbers up here, but I would not be surprised if Parsons has upwards to 50, 55 yards rushing now. He's been sometimes his own best option.
We've seen both quarterbacks take off running more than a few times. Shockey has had tremendous success doing so.
Yeah, that one run that he had there alone at the end of the half there, he's got to be hovering close to 70 to 80 yards, I think, at this point.
3rd and 6 for the Big Reds. Parsons to throw, now pulls it down, and he'll run for it. He's got the first at the 35, and will go out of bounds at the 40. Heads up play for David Parsons and a first down for Parkersburg.
He didn't really have anything downfield. The two receivers on each sideline pretty well covered by the secondary. So but that run right there will be on the offense or the defensive line because they couldn't get to him. So he was able to scramble, get the yards that he needed, and live on for the next play.
First and 10 Big Reds as we close in on inside 7.5 of the third here. Hand off and not much there for Hartshorn.
Yeah, forward progress will give him a yard, but that was a painful yard.
Crowd still pretty thick on the south side of the field. The red and white side thinned out a little bit.
A little bit, just a little bit.
Handoff in the backfield. It's Hartshorn again, and he gets blown up.
That'll set up a 3rd and long. And again, that was one of those plays where, I don't know, maybe he might want to think about pulling it back, maybe hitting that pass. But they didn't really have enough time really for any option at that point. It was blown up.
The RPO doesn't work if there's no option. 3rd and 11 after the 2-yard loss. Three receivers to the bottom, single man to the top. Problem is, it looks like the Patriots are coming, and they are. Parsons drops back, gets the screen pass complete. And headed towards the first down marker is Hartshorn. He goes down near midfield, and I think the spot is going to be short.
But that was a good play, and that's the whole point of a screen pass. You
Screens
get the
and
pressure
draws
in.
over pursuit from the defense.
But in this situation now, this is a 1.5 yards they're just going to have to get.
Yeah, it's fourth and about 1.5 yards as they moved it back to the 48, and the midfield stripe is where it is, and the Big Reds cannot afford to give the ball up again. So Parsons hands it off. It's Austin Fleming, and Fleming has the first down and is still on the feet. His 45 spins around and is still working inside the 40 to the 35. Fantastic piece of running from Austin Fleming.
Good run.
A lot of work for a few yards.
Yeah, that was a good 20, 25 yards of running, but it was what he needed. But the thing is you can see with the formations too, they had those extra backs there surrounding Parsons too. It kind of limits your options, but in that situation, they got the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the Big Reds. It's going to be Hartshorn and caught in the backfield. Turner Garrettson, I believe the first one to get then.
On the stop. No gain. 2nd and 10.
No gain, so 2nd and 10 at the South 35. 41-7.
Set up trips to the left. Oh,
the ball goes past Parsons, and he's just going to have to fall on it. And they're going to lose a ton of yards. 16, 17, 18-yard loss.
Yeah, you couldn't get a whole lot more painful on that one right there.
How about 3rd and 28?
The playbook's a little limited with that one.
I'm going to pull out my 29-yard play.
I still wouldn't be surprised if you see a blitz here.
Oh, no, they're coming.
They're bringing it.
There they come. Parsons with a little bit of time, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to have to run for it. Near sideline, and will go out of bounds at the 41. And right to the South Student section. Going to be 4th and about 16, 17. And I mean, you're running out of game, so punts don't really help you much at this point.
Yeah, they're getting ready to line it up, and it's already 11 on the clock here. So they're even running out of time to get this play off.
Play clock's inside 5. Parsons gets a snap off. Rolls out, fires, complete to Fleming. Fighting for extra yards, but he will go out of bounds about 5 yards short, and they will turn it over on downs to Parkersburg South.
Pass was complete to Fleming.
Yeah, we didn't see that. We didn't see that rush like we have been seeing, up to that point. But maybe they figured with the amount of yardage that they needed to get, it might be better to play a little bit back on that one. But and even having the Parkersburg South coaching staff right next to us, we could see they're like, what's going on there? What didn't seem that formation was still there.
So the South offense back onto the field, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, leading 41-7. A slow start for the Patriots, but they have since put the pedal down. Shockey to throw, looking for Reams, and incomplete, little too tall.
Not content. Parkersburg South is not content. They're wanting to build upon that. This is not, we're not going to see 3 yards in a cloud of dust and that sort of thing right now. I mean, they went immediately for the fly pattern, trying to hit Reams on the side.
Twin receivers each way for the Patriots on 2nd and 10. Right on the handoff. And he will barrel his way out for 11 yards. It's just perfectly set up where you spread everybody out and then hand it off up the middle. And
what a nice little, it's just a nice little complementary part to your offense right there.
Shockey on the sprint out. Complete. And knocked out of bounds is Turner Garrettson. Near the 1st down marker.
You have all these weapons that you can throw the ball to. You got a quarterback that throws the ball well, runs the ball well, and everything. But then you've got that nice little safety valve that can get you 15 yards of rush, really.
On 2nd and 1, another sprint out. Another pass off the hands of the receiver, Walker, and he gets shoved to the ground for his efforts. South fans wanted a flag. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Coverage, 3rd and 1.
Clock stopped at 2:21, 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. Shockey's going to take it himself. He's got the 1st down and a little bit more and bowls through the defense and still on his feet inside the 30.
Yeah.
Now Shockey is slow to get up and he is down.
And that's a shame. Boy, he owned the PHS defense on that play. Get out of my way. Extra efforts there. He might just be tired too.
And a lot of attention from the coaching staff, training staff. And they're going to pick him up and drag him off the field. That was awkward. It looks like they're working on a cramp maybe, but that was...
bizarre.
I've never seen someone drug off spread eagle like that before, but hey, there's a first time for everything.
It'll be 1st and 10, Patriots at the 29.
It's like Garrettson will run the offense in Shockey's absence.
Just hand it off to Gage Wright. That'll pretty much
just
do
give
the
it
job.
to old number 2.
Gage Wright.
The old number 2. About a yard for Wright there on 1st down. As we are inside 2 minutes to go in the 3rd.
The 2nd and 9.
He's up now. Shockey is up. He's running it off on the sideline.
Mike, I'm starting to cramp up. How do you think? You got any tape or anything? Or
could use some electrolytes up here.
Oh, it's got what plants crave. Garrettson to throw and hung right out to dry, and he wisely let that one go as Stoneacre was about ready to blow him up.
And worse than that, he was a split second away from being there to make the interception.
Shockey has checked back into the game. So just some cramping issues. But a 3rd and 9 for the Patriots with 1:25 on the clock. Two touchdowns this quarter for the Patriots already. Shockey under pressure, escapes. Rolls out, throws to the end zone. Touchdown, Parkersburg South. Holy smoke, Christian Walker. Watch this again on the Dunbar and Fowler replay. I thought he was throwing it away. Lobs it to the end zone. And just number 3's there waiting.
That's receivers not giving up on the play, too. I mean, yeah, you kind of thought, oh, this is all blown up now because we've got PHS is in the backfield. They're in hot pursuit of Shockey. Shockey gets away, and sometimes that actually lulls the defensive secondary to sleep themselves, and 3 was able to get away. Good pass. Nice touch pass, too. This kid's the complete quarterback. This Shockey is the real deal, too.
1:15 left in the 3rd, and it's 48-7, Parkersburg South. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training on CAS 45.
My dream has always been to become a certified medical assistant and to be able to work at Merida Memorial Hospital through their facilities. The Washington County Career Center made that happen by teaching me all the things that I needed to learn, helping me with my placement. The instructors were outstanding, and they just with helping me through school and some of the life things that I faced during that time. If you have any goals or dreams that you would like to obtain, don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Center for some guidance and help.
The Career Center, hands-on training that works.
Ready, set, fall. Calling all lovers of autumn, fall, and Halloween, Crown Florals and Gifts is ready for you. We are packed wall to wall with autumn, Halloween, and fall decor, and best of all, it's on sale for you today. From festive home decor and wreaths to candles and clothing for every age. Shop your local small stores first this season. Oh, and a trip to Crown Florals would never be complete without a visit to the Crown Confectionery, loaded with all of your fall treats and sweets. So we'll see you soon at Crown. Welcome back to your happy place.
South came into this game averaging nearly 62 points a game. They still have a quarter and change to work with. It's 48-7. My goodness, wouldn't have called this one. Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron, happy to have you here as Jones kicks it away, and this one will roll into the end zone for a touchback. Both these teams on the road next week. South gets a conference game at John Marshall, and Parkersburg starts into the Mountain State Athletic Conference schedule with a trip to the Castle in Cabell Midland. It gets no easier after this game, but right now South is clicking on all cylinders. Even on a play that looks like it is doomed, turns into a 28-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, South is looking awful good, and you could call this a statement game. You can call this a lot of things so far, but I don't think PHS fans have any reason to hang their head. We have a situation right now. Parkersburg South is just a good team, and PHS, they'll just have to make some adjustments along the way. I think they're just fine.
Pass from Parsons is complete to Stolniker, I believe, and it's going to be good for a first down. And that last touchdown is sending the Big Red fans to the door.
Yeah, I was seeing a little bit of a line of red shirts kind of making their way to the parking lot.
It is now a full-blown exodus.
Again, it's a rivalry game. It's ugly. It feels horrible to lose to your rival. This will just be a blip on the radar for this PHS team. They're going to be fine.
Parsons has to throw it away on first down. Flushed out and just getting rid of it, trying to make nothing bad happen. It's Shockey rolls out and is in trouble and tries to make something good happen. Parsons is just trying to not make something bad happen.
Well, the pressure's been a little different. I mean, Shockey's had to scramble, whereas Parsons has had to survive. I mean, a lot of times he gets the snap, 2 seconds, there's a blue shirt on him. So it's a little, the pressure's been a little different.
Parsons will hand it off to Cook, and not much cooking right there. I feel bad about it too.
I'm okay with
it. That's what a 41-point lead will do, is drive the opposing fans to the gate. This place was, halfway through the first quarter, there was still a stream of people coming to this game. And that's going to be how the third quarter ends. All Patriots, 48-7. Fourth quarter coming up next. You're watching high school football presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training on CAS 45.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Community. It's a word that means a lot of things to a lot of people. Here at Williamstown Bank, we're proud to have been a part of the community for more than a century. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to offer you the help you need to make the most of your future. Any bank can have branches, but we've always been pretty proud of our roots.
Williamstown Bank. What banking can be.
48-7 as we head to the fourth quarter. Brian Guthrie, Mike Cameron, and the CAS 45 crew. Happy to have you tune in for the end of the Crosstown Showdown, and it looks like South is going to win the overall showdown as they won golf, both soccer games, and well on their way to the football win, dropping only the volleyball and cross-country competitions.
I understand the D&D matchup was pretty rough as well. So, Dungeons and Dragons.
The clock will be running.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, we're going to running clock now.
Yeah,
so a 40-point lead in the fourth quarter will get you a running clock. Parsons completes the pass, and it's going to be close to a first down. Out there to, that's number 2, Andrew Stallnaker.
Just a bit short.
And that was, they're going to move the chains.
Oh, okay.
A generous spot.
The original spot,
down.
yeah, the original spot that I saw was short.
So I think we had a penalty-free third quarter after all the penalties in the first half.
Now you jinxed it.
Touch pass to Anthony Ice. And nothing doing. Patriots will have none of that.
Back to a little bit of negative numbers there.
Lose about 4. Eli Bartley making the tackle, 2nd and 14.
Back to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 13.
David Parsons hanging in there as quarterback, the junior, trying to get something doing here late in this game, and
that looked like
they're releasing the dogs.
Yeah, and that looked like it was a broken play too. I think there was at least one guy lined up in the wrong space. Parsons got the snap and he turned a certain way, and it just looked like there's nobody there. There's not there was expecting somebody to be there, but there wasn't anybody there for him. There's plenty of blue shirts, but.
So 3rd and 14. And an official timeout. As I believe it's Turner Garrettson's got to come off. Maybe got blood on his hands or something.
He's got blood on his hands.
The jig is up.
I almost fell for that one, Brian.
You love the Renegade. Pass complete to Fleming.
I was almost there to answer your call.
Oh, hammer. 4-yard pickup for Fleming on the completion, and it's going to be 4th and 10. Patriots rolling in this one. Again, a slow start. Kind of spun their wheels on the first possession of the game and then have not looked back. I don't think they've punted this game. Parsons gets it complete to Fleming, and he's going to be dropped about 3 yards short of the first down, turning it over on downs, back to the Patriots.
Pass complete to Fleming. Gage right in on the stop.
I mean, and the starting offense stays out there for the Patriots.
Short of the first down, the Patriots hold and take over. 1st and 10, just across the 50.
Reams is out there, Shockey's out there, Traw's out there.
Wright is off, though, and Garrettson is off.
Walker's still out there. And we've got a backup running back is Gage Wright. Can't jog off the field.
Start the clock.
And in a rivalry game. I don't think anybody's empty set. You're up 40, and Shockey's throwing flags out. Walker with the catch. It's going to be good for about 5 or 6, and we'll see what the flag is. Holding on the offense.
Preliminary signals holding against the Patriots. Janie Hall.
What was that line that Woody Hayes said? We went for 2 because we couldn't go for 3 or something like that. So yeah, I mean,
in a rivalry game, if you have the chance to put the boots to your nemesis, if you will.
Memories are made. People talk about games that happened 20, 25 years ago.
Trying to set up a screen pass to Traw, and another flag is out.
You know what? You did say we didn't see any flags there for a little while.
I did. I did say that. Then I gave us a running clock, so you're welcome.
I guess if there was a time.
Illegal downfield. So consecutive penalties. The entire offensive line was downfield illegally.
Just take your pick.
Decline the penalty, 2nd and 22. There's still a flag. Yeah, he's picking it up now.
But yep, cleaning up the laundry.
3 receivers to the bottom, single man to the top. Shockey still in at quarterback. Bartley is the running back. And Shockey to throw, and he's going to cut one loose near side, looking for Walker. Hauled in at the 40, on his feet at the 30, cuts back inside. Dipsy-doo, dunkaroo, down to the 20.
That was another instance that we've seen it a couple of times tonight where the defensive back aggressively goes for the ball, misses it, and it ends up in the intended receiver's hands anyway. That was another one of those situations. They turned around. I didn't see the number for the white shirt, but he turned around, jumped for the ball, missed it, and it landed right in the basket.
Wow. Traw on the touch pass, trying to find the corner. Makes the first wave miss, but will not make the second one. About no gain on the play. A lot of running for no gain. And 2nd and 10.
Snyder brings it down.
I would imagine this starting offense wants one more score.
Yeah.
Let's get it over 50. And
I was thinking
then
that
I'll sit
too,
down.
but I'm also thinking too, I mean, this would be a shame to have, I'm not even going to say it.
This is when Booby Miles got hurt Friday Night Live.
Yep.
I believe that is Bartley with the carry.
That was number 12 that time.
Tyson Graham. No, Tyler Hall. Tyler Hall.
Tyler Hall, one carry.
And he will come out.
Timeout on the field. I didn't know who took it.
I'm not real sure what's going on. The defense is still out there, and South's like, whatevs.
Scoreboard. We do what we want.
No, I think there was an official timeout or something, and we're inside 5 to go.
They have started the clock back up.
And on 3rd and 8, South still in attack mode. Out to Reams. Makes a couple men miss, and he will go into the end zone for the touchdown.
And you know who set up that block?
Who?
Cyrus Trowell, the dude that, you can see it right there. Well, that's the one that sprung him. He was able to get into the end zone based on that block, though. So he's not just a one-dimensional player. The speed, athleticism, but he also blocks. That's a great, great attribute to have for a receiver.
And the extra point makes it 55-7, Parkersburg South. You're watching high school football, presented by the Washington County Career Center Adult Technical Training here on CAS 45.
The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys. When you've had a serious injury, you need legal advice immediately. Call today, we'll see you today and guide you every step of the way. The right answers right now. Dunbar and Fowler, the injury attorneys.
Community. It's a word that means a lot of things to a lot of people. Here at Williamstown Bank, we're proud to have been a part of the community for more than a century. Our friendly and experienced staff is here to offer you the help you need to make the most of your future. Any bank can have branches, but we've always been pretty proud of our roots.
Williamstown Bank. What banking can be.
Erickson All Sports Facility has turned into a crime scene. Patriots are murdering the Big Reds. I mean, my goodness.
Put up 50 on your rivals.
50, 55. Jones with a knuckleballer going to be taken at the 10. Spin out to the 35-yard line.
You know,
Xavier Robinson.
We can go back to the closing moments of the first half. You know, we'll never really be able to make the speculation now, but we thought PHS gets that score on the board. They just keep Parkersburg South off the board, go into halftime. Little bit of momentum.
That was a big swing.
But
big
yeah,
swing.
I mean, it was momentum. Their Mo was on their side at that point. But they, you know, no matter how you want to characterize how those last couple minutes went, still a score for Parkersburg South to avenge that touchdown, and they haven't looked back since.
4 minutes to go, and the handoff from Parsons to Aiden Cook is swallowed up for a 2-yard loss.
Cooked up for a loss.
And, I mean, for what it's worth, I think it's kind of impressive that the Patriots are not letting up. I mean, you can look at it a couple different ways, but they're, they are not letting up.
Again, it's the rivalry game is there. I mean, I know in past instances and situations that I've been in, I've got some friends that will say, "You remember back in 1987?" Well, no, a couple years from now they'll say, "Remember back in 2022 when we put 55 on you guys? You were ranked 4th in the state at the time, and we put 55 on you." So
yeah.
Member. This is stuff that will go into the memory books for a long time. But again, I don't think PHS has anything to worry about. They're going to go into this Mountain State Athletic Conference schedule. They've got
and ball loose on the field.
It got away there. They've got athletes. They've got skill players. They've got a good defense. We didn't see it tonight because Parkersburg South is all that, folks.
Yeah, I don't know that we talked about it in the Capital game. Is South that good or is Capital that bad? I think it was a fair amount of both. And you could kind of do the same thing here. Is South that good or is PHS bad? PHS isn't bad.
They're not
South's
bad.
Just really good.
Yes, we're going to see big things from the Big Reds later on. But yeah, this is a powder keg of a football team wearing the blue right now, and they're going to have a fabulous season.
PHS punts it away on 4th down. Change of possession will stop the clock at 1:50. Cyrus Traw, 3 touchdowns in the first half. Gage Wright, 2 touchdowns. Bartley, Walker, and Reams, a touchdown each.
Shockey's day is finally done.
And we've got backups in.
A lot of clean uniforms out there.
Sophomore Devin Forshee has checked in as the quarterback for the Patriots. And the traffic jam behind us in the parking lot has begun. Forshee went to hand it off to no one in particular, and now he's got to run with it, and he's going to get thumped at the 40. Good for about 2 or 3.
That's got to be a very empty feeling.
I'm just handing the ball out there, and there's nobody there.
I distinctly said in that play call that I was going to be handing it off to somebody. There wasn't anybody back there.
And it's the traffic getting out of here is amazing. Patriots content to let the clock run out on this one. Handoff goes to number 14 as he takes a shot. Mario Dawson gets a carry. And the play clock is longer than the game clock. They don't have to run another play, and I don't think they will. Forshee's headed to the near sideline, and that is going to put a cap on the Crosstown Showdown week with an emphatic statement made by Parkersburg South. 55-7.
Dropped a big old exclamation point right there in the Crosstown Showdown.
So, yeah, they're headed out. The crowd knew the final of this one well before, and to quote our good friend Steve Austin, they stomped a mud hole in their behind and walked it dry. I don't know any other way to put it, but number 2 in the state, Parkersburg South, they are a team to watch out for.
I was going to say, everybody in Class AAA, take notice. News alerts. Parkersburg South is real, and they're coming to a town near you.
They're real and they're spectacular. Watch out for Parkersburg South. PHS 2-1 on the season. They hit the road to play Cabell Midland next week. Parkersburg South on the road to start their conference schedules against John Marshall. 55-7, thanks to the whole CAS 45 crew. Thanks to everybody watching at home and online. For Mike Cameron, my name is Brian Guthrie. We appreciate you watching. We will see you for some more football next week. The Rumble on the River from Marietta, Williamstown, and the Marietta Tigers. We'll see you then. Have a great evening, everybody.